Neighborhood View's What's New Malden. Get a taste of Malden's newest restaurants, including Sillari's Pizza on Medford Street. Go behind the scenes at the Alliance for Community Media's National Convention and learn about Malden Overcoming Addiction's plans to launch a new monthly show with sober coach Paul Hammersley. What's new, Malden? Here are your co-hosts Sharon, Fillyaw, and Sam Baltrusis from MATV's Neighborhood View.
Hello and welcome to the September edition of What's New Malden. My name is Sam Baltrusis. I'm the coordinator of MATV's Neighborhood View. Joining me, of course, is my lovely co-host Sharon Fillyaw.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sharon. So Sharon and I actually still are kind of buzzing from the Alliance for Community Media, the national conference.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, we were kind of trying to interview people and weaving through the crowd. And I was ahead of you holding the microphone, scouting out chocolate. And you were like tripping people as we were walking. I looked back and there's like a man on the deck. What happened?
Well, actually, this is what happened. So Sharon was walking ahead. She was looking for chocolate, and I was trying to keep up with her. And this poor man from Michigan was like in his 70s, and I tripped him with a tripod.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And I look back because I'm holding the mic, and I didn't see you. And so, but it was still a lot of fun. And we saw Zoltar.
Yeah,
Zoltar.
So Sharon, to be honest, she was looking for chocolate. She was looking for celebrities. And she was looking for The Rock or like Mark Wahlberg.
Someone like that.
And she found Zoltar instead.
Hi, this is Sharon Fillyaw for MATV's Neighborhood View. We're here in downtown Boston for the annual Alliance for Community Media, held right down here at the Westin Hotel at the Seaport. Let's go inside and check it out. Hi, this is Sharon Fillyaw for MATV's Neighborhood View. With me now is Mr. Paul Abrego, the facilities operator at Billerica Public Access Television. And we've got Zoltar behind us, but we're not going to interview him. So Paul, are you enjoying yourself today?
I am. Zoltar told me my fortune and he said it was going to be grand. So I'm ready to rock for the conference here.
With me now is the president and CEO of the Alliance for Community Media, Mr. Mike Wassenaar. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
So what is the purpose of this conference?
Well, it's really a convening of community media organizations all around the country, not just in the Northeast, not just in Massachusetts, all over the United States. They come together to be inspired, to figure out new ways to do things, better ways to serve local communities, find out ways that they can protect and promote activities on the local level to ensure that we have more community access television. We've got better types of services, more innovation, and really it's an opportunity for us to sort of refresh ourselves, to sort of like get that sort of moment of renewal where very often when you're doing work in a local community, it can feel very isolated.
Indeed.
You know, you maybe you're just one person with a camera.
That's right.
Maybe you're one person who's operating a studio. Maybe you're doing a lot of juggling. It can get tiring. It can get overwhelming at times. It's important to know that there are other people around the country that share your concerns. And that's the reason why the organization exists, and that's the reason why we get together on a yearly basis. We want to make sure that we're supporting and lifting people up in communities across the country.
Indeed, and you're a very busy man. Now you go all over the country promoting community access, and you hold the conference at different venues each year. Why did you pick Boston?
Well, we picked Boston because it's really sort of the nexus of so many different community media organizations around the country. You know, there's something like 200 community media organizations in Massachusetts alone. In Vermont, there's another 25 organizations. Wow. In a state that's that small. Another 20 organizations in Maine, another 25 organizations in New Hampshire. So when you look at just sort of the raw amount of talent and interest that people have in making sure that their local communities have expression, that local communities have the ability to find out about what's going on with their local government, that local communities have the ability to know about their history, to know about their culture, to share their cultural experiences. It's one of the things that makes New England unique. and we want to celebrate that. That's why we come to Boston.
With me now is Mr. Don Gonsjaeger from DNR Laboratories right here in Massachusetts. And your facility is a lab of sorts, and we have various potions and chemicals brewing. Tell us about your facility.
We're an audiovisual laboratory. We develop solutions for PEG access stations, whether it's control rooms, production switchers, cabling, audio-video equipment, or head-end automation and master control. We develop solutions and remote broadcasting. So what we do is we engage with a customer and we design a system for them. We install the system, we sell the hardware, and then we do education, training, and support after the system's installed.
With me now is Zoltar, and I have a question for him. Zoltar, will I meet a nice boy here at the conference? Says maybe. This was an amazing experience. Access centers from all over the country getting a taste of downtown Boston. Great fun, great times, and we hope to do it again next year.
Welcome back to What's New Malden, the September edition of What's New Malden. Sharon, that was a great club.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but there were so many people there, but we were fortunate enough to get some people to talk to us. But it was just a nice vibe. So many from all over the country sharing their experiences. It was really a lot of fun.
I'm excited because Marcia Minogue and Karen Lynch won a national award, and they were
Yes.
honored at the convention. And hopefully this show will be up for an award next year.
We'll keep our fingers crossed about that. We'll do our best.
So our next clip is going to be on Sillari's Pizza.
Yes.
That's the new. They have pizzas that they make in an oven. It's a brick oven, so it's really quality pizza.
And it's also artisanal, right?
Yeah.
So it's very specialized, and they really take time to gather really good ingredients and really make a great product.
So our next stop is Sillari's Pizza on Medford Street.
This is Sharon Fillyaw for MATV's Neighborhood View. What's New Malden? Sillari's Pizza, located here at 97 Medford Street, right here in downtown Malden. Here with me now is Miss Amanda Zoll and Scott Sillari, proprietors of Sillari's Pizza, located here at 97 Medford Street in Malden. So Amanda, you were telling me just off camera that this journey started a while ago, about 2 years ago. How did all this get started?
We had a group of people get together over dinner, and we were like looking for something to do that let Scott exercise his creativity, and one of our business partners now suggested a pizza shop. He was looking for a commissary kitchen in Malden, and he found this place and it had pizza ovens. So he thought, why not actually use the ovens and see what we could do back here?
Okay, sounds great. Now, Scott, why is pizza so important to you? You mentioned how when you were in high school, pizza was a big part of your life. Tell us how.
In high school, pizza was like, it was a bonding thing for me and my family. We used to go out and on early release days and stuff like that, and we'd go get pizza and soda and stuff like that, and just it brings back really good memories.
What was your favorite pizza back then? Do you remember?
Pepperoni and onion.
Oh, that sounds good. Maybe not the onions. The pepperoni was really good.
Yeah.
Now, your pizza is artisan pizza. So can you explain to our viewers exactly what that means?
Our pizza's artisan pizza. We actually focus on really good ingredients and quality, and we focus on sourcing the best that we can get, really.
Now, that's excellent. Now, there you had a little bit of a challenge while you were opening up your pizza establishment. You have a very, very, very little one. How old is your baby?
He is 4 months old, and he was born while we were in the process of getting all the final permits and getting this place open. And I mean, Scott was running back and forth from the hospital. I was calling vendors on my cell phone from the hospital bed, trying to organize our first Coca-Cola deliveries. So it was a little bit of a rocky start, just getting everything together, and having a baby at home. It's great. It's definitely a challenge, especially owning a business and trying to balance the kids, because we also have a 7-year-old who lives with us, Scott's son, Thomas, and he is just He's awesome, but he doesn't understand the amount of work we have to put in here. So it's definitely been a learning curve for all of us as a family.
Exactly.
So.
And I know that you mentioned that's why Sillari's is actually closed 2 days during the week because of the children.
Yeah, we're a family business, and because of that, we need to make sure that we're not neglecting our family. We're not able to really focus on our customers if we're worried about the kids all the time. And so we have a very good support system at home, but we also need to make sure that we make time for our children.
Indeed. Now, Scott, you mentioned earlier off camera how important it was for you to come back to Malden to raise your family, but also to make Sillari's a part of the Malden community. Why is that important?
Just to be involved with where our kids grow up. I mean, I feel that taking care of the community will take care of us in a way.
I'm a little hungry. I think I'll try that buffalo chicken pizza. If you're hungry too, come on down to Sillari's Pizza, located at 97 Medford Street here in downtown Malden.
Welcome back to What's New Malden. That was a great clip of Sillari's Pizza. Sharon is always hungry, so it's not that surprising that she was hungry, but she had the pizza and supposedly it was really good. So joining me now is Paul Hammersley. And have you been to Sillari's Pizza?
I was there 3 nights ago.
And what do you think of the pizza?
Fantastic. It was really good.
Okay. Yeah, I actually haven't tried the pizza yet,
That's
so
good.
I'm looking forward to trying the pizza. So Paul, there's a lot coming up for you. Like this has been an amazing year with Malden Overcoming Addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And so tell me about the sort of the backstory, what led up to this point. So you celebrated your 1-year anniversary.
We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary August 20th last Saturday. So we had an event in the park, but what led up to it, a year ago, I heard of something online about Malden. People were getting together to want to take a look at the opioid crisis here in the city of Malden, and I just went. I went to one of the meetings, and one meeting became 2, and it didn't have much direction where it was going, but folks were showing up because everybody has a vested interest because we all know somebody. We're all pretty much affected by what's going on out there with the disease. And so I kind of stepped up, Sam, if you would, and the person that was sort of facilitating it stepped down.
Right.
And it wasn't going anywhere, so I sort of stepped in and took it from there, and that was a year ago, and it's, we're really pushing forward.
So you had Malden Overcomes Day.
We did.
And so tell me about that. That was just a celebration of the program and of the group and the community?
That was a celebration of the community. We were one year ago, we came in a year ago, and the community has accepted us wholeheartedly, and they have backed us as far as the mayor, the police. Everybody has been on board and supported us, so we felt it was very important that we gave back. So we called it Just Because we love our city. We chose a park in the city. We got bouncy houses. We got, there was a splash pad there. We got a water slide. We DJ'd it. There was a face painter. There was henna, and everybody in the city came out and just had a good old time, good old-fashioned fun. That's all this was about. It was just about having fun.
All right, so let's check out the Malden Overcomes Day. So welcome back to What's New Malden. That was a great clip, Paul.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
So the hashtag was Together We Make a Difference?
Yeah, that's one of the hashtags that we use on our Facebook page all the time, because I feel that we can and we will, as a community, pull together and make a difference. It just takes more than just one person. It's not about one, it's about the community just pulling together.
Well, as someone, I'm also part of the recovery community, and something that's really important for me coming in was to know that it wasn't a death sentence, and the fact that everyone's having fun. When you get sober, your life changes in a very positive way. If you work the program, and so like, what are your perceptions in regards to people after they become sober, and what's next for them?
Well, I can only give you my perception because I went through it. So it's hard to speak for other people, but I will be the first one to tell you that recovery rocks. You can have a lot of fun. It's a blessing. It's very hard, and it's not easy to maintain it. It's easy to get to it, but to stay in it, you have to be constantly on guard, constant vigilance. But it is a really good time. It can be done, and for everyone that's trying, it is really worth it. And please keep going.
And so from my perspective, you're not alone. So if you're looking to get sober, or if you are currently sober, it is one day at a time, and you have people like Paul Hammersley and like myself who are also sober. We're here to help you. So we're gonna roll a clip of Stop the Stigma. It was a great clip. It's people from the community and how they've been affected by the disease.
My brother suffers from the disease of addiction and has no idea how much we love him.
As a high school coach and recreation coordinator, I've lost some players due to the disease of addiction. These were talented kids with bright futures who were taken from us much too soon.
I have family members who suffer from the disease of addiction, and it has had a huge impact on my life.
This is my son, Michael. He died of this disease. There's not a day that goes by that we don't miss him.
I'm 20 years in recovery, and I've dedicated my life to helping others.
My name's Jimmy. I have 6.5 months clean, and my life's a miracle, and recovery is a beautiful thing.
My best friend is battling the disease of addiction and just got out of rehab.
My husband has 12 years in recovery, and I couldn't be more proud.
2 years ago, a family member of mine was sent to prison due to the disease of addiction, and that made me angry.
I witnessed somebody overdose and die at my former job, and it's something I'll never forget.
I have 2 years in recovery. My father wasn't so lucky. I lost him to the disease of addiction when I was 16.
My son was born addicted to heroin, and he's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Addiction is not a choice. Addiction is a disease. Throughout my career at Malden High School, I have seen many young people die tragically. Car accidents, lifelong illnesses, and overdoses due to addiction. No one of these lives is more important than the other. Malden, stop the stigma.
And we're back with Paul Hammersley. I think what I admire so much about you is that you are heralding a new paradigm, that addiction is not a final destination, it is part of a journey.
That's right.
So with your journey and being a son of Malden, you mentioned that off camera, that your family's from Malden, you're from Malden, and so Malden is your city. How are you giving back? Why is this so important to you?
Well, Sharon, you know, my dad, 32-year Malden firefighter. My mom worked in City Hall. I now work for the city for a very long time. I'll just push back real quick. We'll try to squeeze it and condense it. I made some very poor choices as a young child. 9 years old, I chose to start drinking alcohol, and the way I put it is I woke up when I was 37. I am an opioid survivor, and all I have left is to give back to the city. For a very long time, I feel that I took, and I was lost. So now what I do is I give back, and I help all those other folks who are lost that might want some help. And it's very important to me to give back to the city of Malden.
That is such an amazing task that you've undertaken. Now, part of giving back is the Stigma Day. Tell us about that.
Well, you just saw the video. So what we did, you know, stigma, it's alive and well. It affects us all.
Yes.
A lot of people don't want people to know certain things about them because they feel that it could change the perception of the person. So with addiction, and I lived it, I am 13 years in recovery, so for the first 12 years, I was terrified for anyone to find out. Because if they found out about me, they might look at me different, treat me different, I might lose my job. These were the things my head would tell me, and it's not true. I'm very proud of who I am, and you could call it coming out of the closet. I came out about 1.5 years ago. I've introduced it to the city. I've just let everyone know who I am, what I'm doing, and how I want to help the other folks who are struggling with it. So we chose, Malden Overcoming Addiction chose to do a Stop the Stigma Day, which consisted of wearing a blue ribbon, which is the color of addiction, sharing a photograph as your Facebook profile or Twitter or Instagram. That video you just saw, we made that to attach to the Stigma Day. Right. And we went around to every school in Malden, and we literally talked to 3,300 students. We thought we would hit a couple of thousand people. We could track it, and the last time we checked, we hit over 200,000 people. And we did talk to 3,300 students that day and informed them just what stigma was from the 7th grade level up, and it was a fantastic
What's
day.
so interesting about this Stigma video is that it underscores that everyone is affected by addiction. In every family, you have someone who is either a primary, secondary, or tertiary result of addiction. So it affects us all, and you're doing a wonderful job. And now tell us about your new program that's coming up in September.
So I was talking with Sam. He's going to produce the show. We're going to do a show called Overcoming Addiction. It's very important that we get this message out there, and we try to continue, and I say we, Malden Overcoming Addiction, and whoever wants to help and get on this ride with us. But it's very important that we try to educate the city, bring whatever we can to the city through social media, through television, and just continuously try to get the word out there. It's about prevention, education, and most importantly, just getting that word out there to the public that you can recover. So we're going to do a show, Overcoming Addiction, airing September 14th, and it will have a variety. There might be people coming on talking about loss of loved ones. There could be something about Narcan training.
Yes.
You know, every month will be something different, all geared towards addiction.
And you also have many success stories, and I think that that what is one of the points that's important to bring across is that because you're an addict doesn't mean you're a bad person.
No.
It means you have a problem that has to be addressed. And you're doing a wonderful job. I'm sure the city of Malden thanks you so much for your work. Addiction is an epidemic throughout the country, particularly here in the Commonwealth with heroin and fentanyl. And I think throughout the South it's crystal meth, but it's a big burgeoning, it's a huge problem. And you're really, really creating a groundswell of effort in that stead. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Thanks, you.
Sharon. All right.
Bloodshot eyes.
I thought it was only a drop in grades.
I wish I paid more attention to the missing money.
Quitting school.
All the weight loss.
The repeated loss of jobs.
I ignored her sleeping all day.
But I can't ignore this.
If the signs are there, talk about it.
Welcome back to the September edition of What's New Malden. Kind of a deep show tonight.
But it's a very important show. It needs to be addressed, and people need to know about it. And Paul's doing a great job. He's leading a tremendous effort.
I'm excited about doing the show, working the show with Paul, and I think it's going to be an important thing for the community.
It sure will.
So Sharon and I also, I write books for a living when I'm not doing TV shows or working for Neighborhood View. So I have a book that just came out, it's Haunted Boston Harbor. Sharon and I actually are working together. We've been booked for a pretty high profile gig.
Yes. Yes, it should be. I'm a little nervous. It should be fun because I have to learn how to carve a pumpkin. I don't know.
We're working for Rise of the Jack-o'-lanterns. It's going to happen the last 4 days in October. It's going to be on the Seaport, and we are one of the headliners.
Yeah, and it'll be a lot of fun. We'll be interviewing everyone, carving pumpkins, and it's a 3-day event, 3 or 4 day event.
It's a 4-day event.
4-day event.
And Sharon's going to be with a knife carving a pumpkin.
Oh, goodness. So I better practice before I hurt someone. But it should be a lot of fun. And then we're going to be doing our Halloween show. We're going to be in costume.
Yeah, so we are planning this epic Halloween show. And I'm going to keep the costumes under wraps. We're not sure what we're going to do yet, but we have some things in the works. So it's going to be awesome.
It'll be good.
So thank you so much. Have a fantastic September, and we're looking forward to our October show. So thank you, and have a great month.
I spent almost every day for a 6-month period doing research for the upcoming Haunted Boston Harbor book. The cries of those who lived and died in these mysterious islands still haunt me. Something Wicked This Way comes August 23rd. The Lady in Black summons you.
Thank you.